I think the secret sauce is passion, and you guys definitely have passion because all the shoes and all the dresses and all the lessons in the world don't mean anything on the ballroom dance floor if you don't have the passion. Hey, it's your pal, the Dancing Housewife, and welcome back to the Dancing Housewife podcast, where we shine a spotlight on the people, the stories, and the passion that keeps ballroom dancing alive and thriving. Today, we're featuring a team that embodies grit, growth, and grace both on and off the dance floor, the Virginia Peninsula Community College Ballroom Dance Team. This team's story is one of humble beginnings, perseverance, and a whole lot of heart. Since 2015, under the direction of their coaches and faculty sponsor, they've grown from curious students without costumes or even ballroom shoes into a powerhouse team with more than 500 national, regional, and local awards. I'm thrilled to welcome 4 very special guests to share the team's journey. Pam Roberts, the faculty sponsor and coach who helped bring the dream of a ballroom team at VPCC to life. Ricardo Pacini, former world competitor and now the head of the VPCC Ballroom Dance Team. Christina Ortiz, the 2025 co-team captain, and Tori Feliciano, 2025 captain. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm so happy to meet you all.
Thanks for having us.
Pam, we're going to start with you since you've been in this since the very beginning. Can you take us back? Take us back. How did the Ballroom Club evolve into a competitive team? And what made you believe these students could succeed at that level?
When I took over, we started out as a club. I didn't even know that college ballroom competitions existed. We met Ricardo, and this was actually before Ricardo even came on full time with us. And so I found out that DCDI, pretty local for us.
That's baptism by
But
fire.
right. And so we went to DCDI in 2015. I took a group of students. We had no clue what we were doing. We absolutely did not know the first thing about the collegiate world. We didn't have costumes. We didn't have shoes. We had nothing. We're a little community college. And we walked in and saw all these collegiate teams, and we were really taken back. We didn't do well our first day. It was all smooth and standard, but we excel in Latin and rhythm. And the second day, when we went into our Latin and rhythm, mostly newcomer divisions and some bronze dancers, we swept all the divisions.
Oh, wow.
And at the end of the competition, some of the coaches were coming up, and also the judges want to know, who were we? Where were we from? And they were really amazed to find out we were a little small community college down here in Hampton, Virginia.
Yeah.
And so from there, we got the bug, and then we got Ricardo and his wife Sonia on board, and we've been a partnership ever since.
Ricardo, how did you actually meet Pam? And how did you get connected? What drew you to coaching collegiate dancers? So tell me your story.
Well, yeah, a little background. Actually, when we first came to US, I was quite surprised because in Europe we have a completely different word there. It's all like youngling dancers.
Right.
Me and my wife started when we were like 5, 6 years old, and young dancers are the normality. So we came to US, and all of a sudden we had only pro-am students,
Right.
as you know. So most of my students were like older people, and for I think about 3 years, we did not have any young students. I think ballroom dancing is not for young students here. I was kind of giving up on it. And then I met Pam, and she contacted me and she says, we have a team. And I was like, wait, is that a team? What is that? So they asked me to go and try. And I was like, loved it. Because all of a sudden there's all those young kids, they wanted to learn, and they had the passion for it. It was different than what we used to. Because, we professionals, we all used to perfection, details, little things. People already know how to dance. They already know what the dance is. You just, you refine the actions. With them was like, it's more about the discovery. They don't know
Yes.
what ballroom is. They heard about it, but they don't know. So we had to actually get them to like it first. And as soon as they saw it, they were like, yeah, let's go for it. And that was the thing that surprised me and that I loved about it. It's not about being high skill, technical levels, like working with professional, but it's about seeing them learning it, loving it, and getting into it. And hopefully that also drives the community, to bring more young dancers into this world that people don't even know about it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It sounds like just the energy and the enthusiasm, and there's such a rapid learning curve. I didn't start dancing until I was 53. And my husband and I wanted to just dance because we loved music and we loved dancing together, but we didn't know how. And so we started ballroom dancing. But I remember back then I had so much to learn that I learned really fast. And now fast forward 11 years, 12 years later, and I like to think my my rate of learning has slowed down, not so much because of my age, but because the more you know, the harder it is to learn more. It's like peeling the onion skins away. It's easy to keep the newbies engaged because they're constantly learning. How do you keep the juniors and the seniors engaged? The better you are, the more time it takes to improve. And they're college students, so how do you keep them engaged?
well, I think actually one of the aspects is that they help a lot during the rest of the week with the club. So while I'm
Okay.
teaching them how to dance at a higher level, they also have to teach the newbies, which I think it helps them to learn, because you reach a point where you hear something from your teacher, but you don't fully understand it until you're there trying to teach it to somebody else. And so
Yeah.
having them teaching the newbies actually keep them engaged, I think, and it make
Yeah.
them discover that there is more. Because
Yeah.
as you teach somebody, you learn that there is actually more you can learn, and it kind of helps the process.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
sort of a pyramid process,
Yeah.
helps.
Yeah. Pam, from your perspective, way back 10 years ago in 2015, what did you see in those earlier students that made you think, I can create some serious competitors?
It was seeing a self of accomplishment. Their competitive aspect came out. They also were able to see at the higher levels what they could accomplish if they stuck to it and kept going. And I think that's what drove them to continue. And as Ricardo said, the older ones are teaching the younger ones. Their passion is feeding down into the younger ones that are coming up.
Yeah. This is for Christina and Tori. So as co-captains, you're carrying forward a pretty strong tradition, 10 years. What does it mean to you? And you guys can take turns answering this question, but what does it mean to you to lead a team with a very successful track record, number one? And how do you inspire your fellow dancers and keep all the balls in the air? I mean, I know what it's like. My son was a college athlete. I was a college athlete. It's not easy keeping all the balls in the air. So who wants to take a stab at answering that long question first?
I would say one of the ways that we keep our club members and our team members engaged and strive to want to learn more is, of course, we dance to show them as a visual and teaching, but I would say like the good vibes of being a team, and that happens through team bonding. We'll just go out and get lunch together or dinner, really, after a long, hardy practice.
I would also say that sometimes for practice, especially club practice, for the first 5 to 10 minutes or even after, we'll just play songs and have them free dance. So having that space where they can just dance, socialize, people from the team is also very helpful in wanting them to come back as well. So it's not just work,
Right.
but they're also putting in the work, but then, okay, we see that you're working so hard. Here's a moment to just kind of decompress and relax, because, yeah, we're a team, yes, and there's a lot of hard work, but at the end of the day, we still have fun.
Yeah.
We still
Yeah.
enjoy dancing. That's what we love to do.
Staying
so.
connected to the why factor, why you're doing it. So girls, I want to hear about your personal journeys. How did you get involved with the team? Did you dance before coming to college? Were you just walking across the quad and you saw a big table that said ballroom dancing? Like, how did you get involved with the team?
So my story is a little funny. I was at VPCC for a year and a half, and I worked full time. I was a full-time student, but I was tired of just going straight home or going straight to work after my classes. And so I was like, what is on campus, like a club or something that I can do? And I'm also Puerto Rican. So I was looking down the list and nothing was speaking at all. And then I was like, ooh, ballroom, that seems really cool. And so I came one day And I was like, man, this is fun. I genuinely enjoy it. And yeah, I haven't stopped since then.
Christina, how did you find ballroom dancing?
Oh, you know, got a grapevine.
Through the
So-
grapevine. That's pretty funny.
It was my third semester at VPCC. And I was just like, okay, I've gotten the academic, because usually when it comes to school, I'm all school, school, school. But one of my friends was in it, and she was like, oh, you should come and see. So I went to club, and then I just continuously kept going to club until they were just like, so you've been here a while. We're gonna want to build you up to see if you feel comfortable about going to competition. I said, boy, do I. And I love it. Dancing is so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially when you're out and about. And if I hear a beat to a song, I'll practice wherever I am in public.
Yeah, do
It's
that.
fun,
I
yeah.
find that the grocery store cart is the perfect height for me to practice rumba walks. It's really,
literally
it's like
just-
seriously the perfect height. I wish I had one at home. I would just walk around the house with it. So
Yeah.
Ricardo, this is for you. You've danced, competed, and coached at the highest levels. So with that being said, how does collegiate coaching differ from working with elite competitors or differ from working with your pro-am students?
Well, actually, that's the positive part. It's different in a matter that, so when I first, for example, told them, I was afraid of that I would have to say something for beginners, and then next week I will have to say it again and again and again, forever. And I was, surprised that actually I said something, and the week after they went on it, they studied some YouTube videos, and they actually already knew the next part. So I came prepared for the, like lesson number 2, but I had to actually swap and go lesson number 3 because they did the lesson number 2 by themselves. And that's when I was like, "Ooh, they actually won me."
Yeah.
This is like a blank piece of paper that I can start drawing on it, and that was the spark that makes
Yeah.
me love it. It was that it's not just repeating the same thing over and over. You had a chance to build something here
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah. How long
So-
have you been with the program?
Well, I have very short memory, so I don't remember even what I did 15 minutes ago. So how long has it been? I forgot.
10
we-
years. We were fortunate that we met very early on, and I kind of hoodwinked him. We met through a mutual student, and he was in our club. He said, "Hey, I'm taking private lessons. Would you like to meet our guy?" And then we just really hit it off, and we had the same vision. I think he's got the knowledge, and I work with the kids,
Right.
and we've learned to grow and work together, and really gotten, I think, become really good friends. We talk a lot. I know there's been frustrating times for us. It's having to rebuild every 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
And they move on, and that's really difficult. And I know that's frustrating for Ricardo.
Yeah.
This is a building year for us, but he's hung on, and now we're trying to get him involved with some of the other colleges.
Yeah. One of the initiatives of USA Dance, which is how I found out about you guys through USA Dance, through one of our collegiate committee reps,
Right.
Tiffany Bouquet. And
Yes.
one of the initiatives that USA Dance has is to keep collegiate dancers dancing. So once they
Right.
graduate, to keep them dancing. And there are all sorts of incentive programs. So when you girls are done with school, I hope you'll keep dancing. It's really the sport or the art or whatever you want to call it of a lifetime. You can do it forever. And
Yes, I can't even imagine myself
not dancing.
dancing.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just thinking, okay, well, how far can I go?
Right.
Ricardo, how far are we going?
As far as you want to.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
have found letting these guys go. We Can Dance alumni, and our
Right.
alumni association also tries to raise money, and I try and pay these guys through foundation funding. They've come a long way. I've watched them from the very, very beginning,
Right.
and they have such a positive influence on not only the team but the club members,
Mhm.
and so we've grown a lot together. And so I plan on keeping them on forever. Well, I told them they can't leave until I retire.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, girls, Christina and Tori, I have another question for you. What's something surprising or unexpected that you've learned from being part of the team?
That's a good question. So the group that I was a part of, most of them are graduated and have moved on with their lives, right? So I thought that was it. So the fact that we got a lot of new people coming to club, I think we have like almost like
15.
like 15
Wow.
kids coming to club. That was very surprising to me. And they're all new, nobody that we've ever seen before. So that was something that was mind blowing to me. And then when I found out that I was going to be coaching, that was another surprise, but we got through it. And I'm really glad to see a lot of new people very interested and actually wanting to be a part of the team now.
That's exciting. So, Christina, how would you say ballroom, being part of the team, has shaped your college experience and even maybe your outlook on life off the dance floor?
It has definitely shaped my college experience a lot better because, like I say, I only focus on the educational aspect. I don't go out of my way to make friends in classes. So that is also my excuse for, oh, do you want to hang out? No, I have ballroom. Sorry. I would prefer to keep my circle small, and that is a constant circle that I get to see a lot. And it just made me appreciate my legs. I really like dancing, and I like seeing different cultural dances just for funsies. Dancing and music really tie people together,
Yeah.
and I think it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
And frankly, I'm gonna keep dancing until I'm mentally, physically, or for whatever reason can't anymore.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. All right. This question is for all of you. Looking ahead, what are your plans or your hopes for the future of the ballroom team at VPCC? Oh, Ricardo has a big grin on his face. So I know he has some plans.
No, no, no. No, I don't make plans. No, well, for me, it's easy actually. But one thing that sorry, might go out of topic with this, but one thing I always notice is that a lot of people consider ballroom something that's supposed to be natural,
Oh,
or like I always says, people have the instinct for dancing ever since. Back in the Stone Age, we'll just make a bonfire and dance. Now that's an instinct. Ballroom dancing is not an instinct; is a discipline. And just as the word says, to me, the biggest thing is teaching those guys that you will not achieve good ballroom dancing without discipline. And once you understand discipline, then you apply it in every other aspect of your life.
yes.
So to me, the idea is to get a lot of young people to understand that the ballroom dancing is not club dancing. You don't just go out at night and dance and shake around, and that's dancing. Ballroom dancing is a different story. You must invest your time. You must invest your mental, energy to learn it. And once you do, you have gained a skill. Then you will use in every other aspect, whether that will be your college degree, will be your job, will be your life. It applies to the way you live.
Yeah.
So my goal is that this team has to continue to grow so that a lot of people get into it, because we can teach some discipline to everybody nowadays. That will be my goal through ballroom dancing.
It's true. It's absolutely true. I think that we can make the world a better place through ballroom dancing. How about you, girls? What do you hope for the future of the club?
So I will say one thing that I hope that we get to the point, because obviously we are a smaller college. I hope that one day we just have a bunch of members where it's just like, oh my gosh, guys, one at a time. We'll see who gets on the floor. But not just quantity, but still with that up and high quality as well.
Right. Right. Pam, I know you have got to have plans because you're the planner.
We have set a legacy here at the school. We are still, as far as I know, the only community college competing on the collegiate ballroom side. Even when we have the national meetings with the USA Dance Collegiate, we are the only community college in the whole circuit nationally. So it's bringing awareness to community college there's a stigma with community college. And still to this day, even with the awards and things that we have, we're still looked down on when we come into a competition.
That's what I was about to say.
Because we are community college. So for us, it's to keep the legacy going, let people know that community college is out there and it is an alternative to high expensive schools. Not everybody can go to the elite schools.
Right.
And also, this is something that they can take on, the discipline, learning that, you can achieve something that you set your mind to.
Right. This has been a really inspiring conversation and proof that passion and discipline is the secret sauce.
Yes.
To my listeners, like all collegiate teams, their success depends not only on the dancers' dedication and the coaches' technical expertise, but also on the support of their community. So if you'd like to help the VPCC Ballroom Dance Team continue to grow and represent Virginia Peninsula College on the national stage, you can contribute in a few ways. Now, I'm going to list these, Pam, and you make sure I've got it right. Financial donations go directly toward competition entry fees, travel costs, and costumes. In-kind donations are accepted, and those are things like gently used ballroom shoes, costumes, accessories, jewelry, hair pieces. And of course, spreading the word about the team's accomplishments helps raise awareness and support too. For more information on how you can contribute, you can check the links in the show notes. Is there anything that we missed?
With the budget cuts, the first thing that are being cut are the arts. And we are having to self-fund a lot. Being a community college, we get a lot less part of the pie. And to keep these kids going and to keep us where we can keep Ricardo on staff, just the support of the dance community, donations can be made straight to the foundation and they'll go straight to the ballroom team.
Okay.
And we want to do more competitions, but, traveling is expensive.
Right. Will I see you at a USA Dance competition? Because I would love to meet you all in person sometime.
We'd love to go. We can get enough funding. We would love to be out there. We could do some Latin with you.
No, you
Yeah.
could not do Latin with me. I gave Latin up last year. The fact that my husband and I remained married while learning samba is a miracle.
That's their favorite.
No one should learn jive after age 60, but we're 9 dancers. We tried to dance Latin last year. It was an experiment, and we chose our marriage over Latin. Well, Pamela, Ricardo, Christina, and Tori, thank you for joining me today and for sharing your incredible story. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend, write us a review, tap 5 stars, and don't forget to subscribe or follow us on social media so you never miss an episode. This is the Dancing Housewife signing off, and until next time, keep dancing, keep celebrating, and as always, happy dancing!
That's all, folks.